Breaking news that will shake the entire league. Hold your breath, football fans, because what just leaked from the locker room will change how you view this playoff push. You have no idea what just happened behind the scenes during a critical game that could have derailed everything. Our team was struggling, the offense was stagnant, and it looked like a season-defining collapse was happening on the East Coast. But then, a star tight end and a veteran defensive tackle decided enough was enough. They didn't just talk, they laid down the gauntlet in a scene that witnesses are calling unforgettable. This wasn't just a possible arrival of a new leader, but a confirmed shift in the team's DNA right when it mattered most. Before I reveal exactly who stood up and what was said that sparked this massive turnaround, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right now, and drop a comment with your name and the city you are watching from. We want to see the 12s represented from all over the world. Don't blink, because the details of this locker room confrontation are emerging, and it sets the stage for the biggest game of the year. The situation was dire. Tied at 3-3 against a struggling opponent, the energy was flat. It was one of those classic trap games where a superior team lets their guard down. But then the halftime whistle blew and the doors closed. What happened next wasn't about coaching adjustments or X's and O's. It was about heart. Our star tight end, who has been having a breakout season, and our veteran defensive tackle, the anchor of the defensive line, took over the room. They challenged their teammates' manhood, their preparation, and their desire to win a championship. They didn't care about feelings, they cared about the standard. And boy, did it work. The team that walked out for the second half was not the same team that walked in. They played with a jolt of energy that overwhelmed the opposition, turning a nervous tie into a dominant 27-10 victory. This win wasn't just another notch on the schedule, it was a statement. It secured a massive postseason floor and set up a winner-take-all showdown for the division title and the #1 seed. The momentum has shifted, and it all started with two men refusing to lose in a quiet locker room in Charlotte.
This is Adam Schefter-style reporting here, and I have the full names and the specific impact of that halftime surge. The players who took charge were A.J. Barner and Jarran Reed. According to Albert Breer of Sports Illustrated, the scene was legendary. A.J. Barner, despite being a younger player, has truly emerged as a leader on this roster. Through 16 appearances this year, A.J. Barner has been a revelation, hauling in 50 catches for 505 yards and 6 massive touchdowns. He has become the ultimate red zone threat that this offense desperately needed. But his value goes beyond the stat sheet. A.J. Barner admitted that they had to get vocal because the energy was simply missing during that East Coast trip. On the other side of the ball, Jarran Reed brought the veteran presence. Jarran Reed is currently playing under a 3-year, $22 million contract that runs through 2027, and he is proving every penny of it. With 29 tackles and a constant presence in the backfield, Jarran Reed knew that the defense had to set the tone. When Jarran Reed and A.J. Barner spoke up, the entire roster listened. The tactical impact was immediate. The Seahawks returned to the field and played what A.J. Barner called complementary football. The defense, led by the pressure from Jarran Reed, shut down any hope of a comeback, while the offense finally found its rhythm. This turnaround is statistically significant. Seattle went from averaging less than 3 yards per play in the first half to over 6 yards in the second. The win also had massive playoff implications. Thanks to a Los Angeles Rams loss to the Falcons, the Seahawks are now guaranteed to fall no lower than the #5 seed. However, the stakes for Week 18 are astronomical. It is a straight fight against the San Francisco 49ers for the NFC West title and the coveted #1 seed in the NFC. If A.J. Barner continues his upward trajectory and Jarran Reed keeps the defensive front imposing, Seattle enters Santa Clara as a 1.5-point road favorite. Think about that, going into the Niners' house as favorites with everything on the line. The leadership shown by A.J. Barner and Jarran Reed mirrors the great locker room cultures of the past, like the Legion of Boom era, where players held each other accountable without waiting for the coaches to intervene. Financially, the team is well positioned, with A.J. Barner outperforming his rookie scale expectations and Jarran Reed providing stability to the salary cap through his veteran leadership. Looking ahead, the winner of this Week 18 matchup gets a first-round bye and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. A loss would mean a road trip to face the NFC South champion. The difference is night and day. But after hearing A.J. Barner and Jarran Reed lay down the gauntlet, it's clear this team is battle-tested. They survived the lackluster start, they found their juice, and now they are heading into the most important game of the decade for this franchise. The energy is high, the stats are backing them up, and the locker room is united. This is how championships are built, one halftime speech at a time. The 49ers and Brock Purdy are waiting, but they'll be facing a Seahawks squad that just found its soul in a locker room in Charlotte. A.J. Barner and Jarran Reed have ensured that Seattle isn't just happy to be in the playoffs, they are coming for the crown.